this.
Holy shit, Kevin!
Wow. What?
You get this only nowhere else but the Kevin and Zach. Kevin, I'm not gonna lie.
Now we're not look at this. A carved penguin. There it is.
Oh no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed.
Okay. The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my
Wait, what's going on?
What is
happening?
What is going? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birdfish!
How about that?
Birdfish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say?
What a bad loss. Like, just what a bad, horrendous game. Horrendous game. I mean, that was bad. Like, let's call it what it is. That was bad all phases of the game, except, honestly, punting. Ravens got dog walked on that one. Absolutely dog walked. Pathetic defense. Offensive line, pathetic. Disgusting. This defense is a disgrace to the once pride. I remember when defense meant something in Baltimore. It clearly doesn't. But Zach Orr's got these guys running prevent defense in the first quarter. Horrendous game by the defense. Outcoached, it felt like. Offensive line, atrocious. Lamar Jackson running for his life the entire game. And then even Lamar, his foot is clearly still bothering him from that injury before the season because they're not running. It feels like any option plays. He is the most hesitant I've seen him play, and he's taking sacks that Lamar usually doesn't take. I mean, all around just bad. Like this offense was just bad. Well, okay. Offense showed life. Weirdly enough, when Lamar actually got passes off, he did great. I think he had a 148 passer rating. Like a 148 passer rating, 280-ish passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Let's see. Yeah, if you look at the box score, Lamar Jackson, 21 for 27, 288, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 148 rating. He also had one, obviously, that was a very clear interception that Brian Branch should have had that was dropped. I mean, it was just a bad game. It was just a bad game from everyone, obviously. So, yeah, when he got it off, it was good. Like, when they got the ball off, usually it was good. But it felt like he was holding it the entire game too long. Felt like, I mean, the offensive line was doing him no favors, but at the same time, you can't hold it for 10 seconds and expect it. Like Lamar, at times, I feel like right now he's not playing at 100%. It looks like because he would take off and then he'd like stop like he didn't want to take off. I don't know what happened there. Just disappointing. But yeah, stat sheets, you're looking and you're like, oh, Lamar had a good game. Didn't feel like that. It was tough one to watch that offense. It was brutal. Derrick Henry, 3 games, 3 fumbles. Three games, 3 fumbles from Derrick Henry, and they're just backbreaking. Like, yes, last week they won, and they did what they needed to do. But Derrick Henry, I mean, that's another that very well could have been the game right there. They're lucky the defense got a stop. Now the offense went out there and what was that 3 and out right after? So it's not like they capitalized on it, but that was bad. That was another back-breaking. I mean, if the Lions go and score a touchdown there, that's game. That's game. Yeah, Patrick Ricard in the red zone. I mean, it's not going to be talked about enough because they ended up, Lamar had that dime to Mark Andrews. Now, Lamar throwing the ball. There were times Lamar looked completely in control throwing the ball. He was putting it on receivers. He looked great. Holding the ball just with the offensive line, like that was just, I don't know. I don't. It just felt like he was holding on to the ball. It felt like he was hesitant. It was just, I mean, also tip your cap because the Lions came after him. I mean, 7 sacks. They were flying around, absolutely flying around, and they walked into Baltimore and beat their ass. Literally. I mean, Lions once again over 400 yards of team offense, 426 yards. I think that's. Let me see something. No, they didn't. But it's the second time they've allowed over 400 team yards. So, man, it's bad. That's really bad. I mean, the 96-yard touchdown drive, 98-yard touchdown drive. Special teams, great job. Pin them inside the 4 twice. Pinned them inside the 2. And got dog walked down the field. Remember when defense used to mean something in Baltimore? Now, I'm not going to get into it's week 3. I doubt they make a move, but I think we're getting into the point where I don't know. Do they need to hand Chuck Pagano the play sheet? Do they need to make a move there? I don't know. I don't know. And I believe on the broadcast they said that. I mean, third down efficiency, Lions were 7 for 14, so the Ravens made some stops, but then Lions 3 for 3. You know? And I'm sorry, I got totally sidetracked when I started talking about the touchdown Andrews. But what I was going to before I went a million places, it's not going to be talked enough about because of, they went and they scored on 3rd and long. You are driving down the field, throwing the football. Lamar is in control, throwing the football. Why are you having Derrick Henry throw the football? From the 10-yard line. Like this was like, I don't get it. Did they try to be the Lions? Also, I mean, you get inside the 1-yard line. Someone put it out on Twitter, and I'm sorry that I'm not going to credit you correctly because I forget who said it, but like the Ravens voted for the tush push. They were one of 8 teams to vote for the tush push. And you don't use it? Like, just give Andrews the snap. Feel like it was that simple. It was just a bad, bad game. Man, what a pathetic game all around. It just felt like nothing. I mean, even the fact that the Ravens even allowed anything about, like, we talked to Ross Tucker about I think 2 weeks ago. And he brought up the end of game or end of half execution for against the Bills when they allowed him. 18 seconds, they allow a field goal attempt. I mean, that's just bad. It's bad. They are allowing teams to go down the field in this prevent defense. They're allowing teams. Now, okay, this one was a 67-yarder. Like, I'm not going to say they let the guy, get within 50 yards or something. But the fact that he was even close, like they were just. And Ryan, that was that was probably sitting back and watching that was just horrendous. Like as a Ravens fan, 18 plays, 98 yards, 11 minutes. Just pathetic. And Christian, appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, you know what? You guys run defense. I mean, just what happened to the great Ravens and Steelers defenses? I remember when AFC North football meant something. They did. They got outplayed. They got outcoached. Like it just, yeah, and that's why I titled it like this, because the trenches was the most embarrassing thing. Like the trench, every play, they were 3 yards into our line of scrimmage, into our backfield. Every play that they were on offense, they were pushing us back. And what sucked was even times we were getting penetration on defense, they just ran by them. Who said no excuses can be made at this point? Kyle Hamilton. What a bad game. Ravens played a bad game. But if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Kevin and Zach react. Just doing my solo. So probably going just for like 8 to 10 more minutes. We will have call-ins and talk about everything else more tomorrow with Kevin on and all of that. But even though it's a primetime Monday night game, I wanted to come on and rant about this game because, usually – my post-game ones are going to be quick 15-minute ones, and then we'll have Kevin join at a later date and all that, or later on in the day. But obviously, with this being prime time, I'm going to rant about this for a little bit longer. Go rant about this a little bit longer. Just a bad game. Yeah, I get to bad games. Started 1-3 last year, but they very well could this year as well. Like they very well are this year as well. Like just as actually, if you looked at the Ravens schedule with Detroit and the Bills, I guess you could see them being 1-2, but I don't think anyone expected when we were going Week 4, Ravens, Chiefs. I don't think we were talking 2 1-2 teams. I don't think we were expecting 2 teams that are fighting for their season. And I said earlier, I think we're getting to the point where that's going to have to be. And, hey, if you want to talk about, change Ravens, when the Ravens won their Super Bowl in 2012, changed offensive coordinators midway through the year. It's not out of the question that they make a change. Not offensive coordinator, obviously. I'm going to disagree on Monken. I mean, right now, it's hard to defend Harbaugh, I'm going to be honest. Zach Orr, obviously, everyone kind of wants him out of town. I think Monken. I mean, Monken still has, this offense still is averaging. What would that be? They've scored 101 points. No, 110 points in 3 games. I mean, the offense is doing fine. It's the fact that when you score, let's be real, like the Ravens scored 30 points and lost. No, it's not the off. I don't think, the biggest issue with being the offense is if they can't get the run game going, and now you're sitting there and they're pinning their ears back. They're going after the offensive line. Derrick Henry's fumbling. I mean, Derrick Henry, this is becoming a trend. 3 straight games is a trend. Yeah, and it did take the wind out of the sails. That's the thing. Ravens get the ball back. That was to go take the lead. That was to go take the lead. They go and score. They have the lead. And Derrick Henry fumbles. Yeah, and this is the thing. There's sometimes I know people don't want to, get into it. Derrick Henry against Ed Oliver. You got a guy coming in front of you. You can't have that happen. This one, Aiden Hutchinson had an incredible punch there. You got to give it to him. But still, the fact that this is 3 straight games with a fumble from Derrick Henry, horrendous. I mean, hell, Mark Andrews, 6 receptions for 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, yeah, that one was at the end of it. But good game from him. Rashad Bateman had a big game. Justice Hill, 45 receiving yards because of that last one is pretty funny. Tez Walker, big play. D-Hop looked good. D-Hop had that toe touch and then went next play, draws the defensive pass interference. Don't know why we didn't get him more involved after that. Zay Flowers, two receptions for 13 yards. I mean, and this is all before we go back and I watch the entire game back and all that fun stuff. But Roquan looked back to being I don't know if did the clock strike midnight and we turned back into a pumpkin, but just felt like he had that one unfortunate, really good defensive play covering Sam Laporta. Didn't, Sam Laporta still made the catch, but not much he can do there. Just going through things that pop in my head right now. Remember on 3rd and 7 when Mike Green dropped into coverage? Yeah. And we found out a lot about this defensive line tonight. And what we found out is if Justin Madubuike isn't healthy and we don't know what's going to happen with that, could be a long week or long season. Could be a long season, especially you go up against some good rushing teams. Yep. I mean, here, Mina Kimes just tweets out, last year the Ravens defense was 2nd league-wide in rushing success rate. So far this year, they're 32nd. If there's one thing from the first 3 weeks that cause for concern, it's that I mean, there's way more than just one cause for concern in my mind. I mean, it's been horrendous. It just feels like the rush defense, if they're going to run the ball, they're going to get away with it. Yeah, and this was what was so frustrating about it. Is like they would go out there and they got penetration and they would get in the backfield and it's like, okay, you got him. And then they would fall forward and they would gain 6 yards. It's not wrong. He's not wrong. Yeah, Michael Pierce, him being in the house, having to witness this, I know that hurt. What a have they updated the No, they haven't for the Ravens yet. I'm just waiting for them to update the official total stats because the Ravens are going to move. They're going to be the most points per game allowed. They're going to be, I would assume, the most rushing yards per game allowed. Oh, no, sorry, that was not. They might go up to the most points allowed per game. Most rushing yards per game, probably not. They're definitely giving up the most. Yeah, they'll give up the most passing yards per game and the most yards per game. It's not even going to be close. Only 2 teams have allowed more than 400 yards per game on average, and it's the Giants and the Ravens. And let me tell you something. The Giants have a lot less expectation than the Ravens right now. You know, this is, I mean, here, let's look at this before we head out of here. All right. So just lost. So you're sitting at 1-2. At Chiefs. For this purpose, let's say it's a loss. 1-3. You should beat the Texans. 2-3. Rams, we're gonna go worst case scenario here. We're gonna say they go 2-4. Bears, Dolphins. I even am putting the Vikings there because I don't know. I think they should beat the Vikings, and they should beat at Cleveland's going to be tough. I mean, they should be 5-4 if they do that. Beat the Browns and Jets, Bengals, Steelers, Patriots. The schedule's not horrible. Schedule looks a lot easier than it did at one point. I mean, because this Texans game looked a lot different. These Dolphins games look different. They'll still drop games that they shouldn't. Like, let's be real, it's the Ravens. They'll drop games they shouldn't. Yeah, I think it Gabian definitely. I mean, it just felt like the whole defense was off tonight. It just truly felt like the whole defense was off tonight. Probably. The Ravens are going to lose one that they absolutely shouldn't. Just bad. Just bad. I mean, 30 points, defense dog walked, offense. Saw someone say one of the worst 30-point games ever. It felt like that. Did not feel like they should have scored on the one. There's more to, I mean, it's just overall, it was just so bad. Bad execution, bad. This is a bad game. Just a bad game. I don't know even if there's a way to, like, do you just trade 2 first-round picks for Dexter Lawrence? Like, do you? Like, they're going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to figure something out. Just going through Twitter to see if I missed anything before we head out of here. Yeah, I don't know what to miss Mike Mack. That's for damn sure. I miss Mike Mack. Yeah, very big missed opportunity. Very missed. Very big missed opportunity. But I mean, he's just a motor guy who he's done well for us. Let's see, anything. I'm looking at quotes from the. Yeah, Lamar, we just got beat tonight. Yeah, they did. So many times we talk about the Ravens beat the Ravens. Tonight, the Lions beat the Ravens. It was just straight. That has not felt like that. I would put it since the Eagles game last year. Like, the Eagles game last year was really the only game that you were like, oh, yeah, the Ravens got just beat. Yeah. Like, that was the only time that you felt like, yeah, the Ravens got beat. Like, yeah, they weren't the better team. Every other time that they lost, you're like, it felt like they made a back-breaking mistake. They had a horrible turnover. This, I mean, the Lions just straight beat the Ravens. And it wasn't close at times. I mean, Harbaugh says no update for Madubuike. Just, oh my gosh. Do we have any word on Travis Jones? Bad game. And yeah. Yep, even in that one. Yeah. Just bad. But that's going to do it for this quick reaction to the Ravens losing to the Lions. I almost said to the Bills on primetime. But losing to the Lions on primetime. 2 primetime games, 2 primetime losses for the Baltimore Ravens. Just bad all around. We'll be back tomorrow to cover the Orioles. We'll also be talking Ravens. Christian, that's when you can get your minute. We're trying to figure out how to do these things. With it being Monday night, it got a little different. But we'll be back with all of our call-ins and stuff tomorrow. So bring the energy then, Christian. Bring the energy then. I'm sure you got it still. But, yeah, that's going to do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach React, our Ravens post-game reaction, overreaction. What a bad game all around. But appreciate everyone. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you want to go watch something else after this, Kevin will be live on Locked On Ravens, so go give him hell over there. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. Got to turn the ship around. Got to do it somehow. But we will see you all next time for another edition of Kevin and Zach React.